Reason number one why you may not be hearing back from coaches is it's a timing issue. Remember that Division I and Division II coaches are not allowed to have recruiting communication with you until June 15th following your sophomore year. So if you're emailing them prior to that, per NCAA rules, they're not allowed really to write you back. The second timing issue could be that a college coach isn't quite yet focused on your class. They may still be wrapping up things with the recruiting class ahead of you. And so even though by rules they're allowed to have communication with you, they just may simply not be focused yet on your class. And so that's why you're not hearing back. Potential reason number two why you're not hearing back from coaches is that you're sending your emails to the wrong people. And so what I mean by that is if you look on the coaching staff listed online, oftentimes there's more than one coach. Sometimes there's only one. In the event where there's more than one coach, you want to make sure that all coaches on staff are receiving your emails because you just don't know whose responsibility it is to kind of field those intro emails. Oftentimes it's not the head coach if they have an assistant. I suggest to the athletes that I work with that when you write your emails, at least initially, send it to the head coach. Make sure you address it, Dear Coach Smith, or whatever their last name is, but copy the assistant coaches that they have on staff as well, because then you're not relying on one coach to forward it to the next coach who's actually supposed to be writing you back. Everyone gets your email initially, and your chances of getting a response are going to be much higher. Now, the third potential reason that you're not hearing back is you're emailing the wrong people in terms of schools that aren't the right fit for you, whether that's from an academic and or tennis standpoint. So when you're initially reaching out, you want to make sure that you have a large number of schools in three different buckets. You want reach schools, target schools, and safety schools. You want to make sure you don't fall into the trap of only emailing your reach schools or your dream schools. You definitely should have them on the list, but you also need to have a good mix of targets and safeties to give yourself the best chance again for a response. Now, the fourth potential reason why you're not hearing back is that your emails are not crafted in a way that kind of elicits a response. There are best practices to intro emails and emails you send early on to give yourself the best chance of getting them to give you an answer or just respond in general. So a couple of tips there are make sure you're keeping things concise. You don't want your emails to be too long and go on in paragraph after paragraph. Remember, coaches are really busy people and they have a lot of responsibilities. So it's not unlikely that a coach is getting your email on their phone as they're, say, like on the way to practice or on the way to or from a meeting. I mean, that's usually the way it goes in the life of a coach. It's not all that often that they have chunks of time to sit down in front of their computer and respond to emails, although that does happen. But if you keep things short and sweet and to the point and make sure that you're including critical information that they're going to want from you, like ratings, rankings, GPA, things like that, you're more likely A, to have your email read, and then B, to get a response if they're interested in you. And the fifth reason why you may not be hearing back is just that college coaches some are better than others at responding to emails in general. Some are really, really good about responding to everyone, whether they're interested or not that interested, and communicating that. Some coaches are not as strong as that. So it just depends. You may not be hearing back because a coach is busy and they are, on the court, and that's an area that they really enjoy, and they kind of put the communication and the recruiting part off a little bit. I've seen this happen a fair amount with a lot of the athletes that I work one-on-one with. And so, especially early on, I wouldn't write someone off or take them off the list just because you sent one or two emails and didn't get a response. It could just be that they're not the best communicators. And so I would make sure to continue emailing out, usually early in the process, like first semester, junior year. Send an update email every 4 to 6 weeks roughly, or if something really exciting and interesting happens in between, then you can send an email. But give it several months worth of updates. And if after that you're still not getting any response from anyone on staff, then it may be time to take them off the list. But stay consistent with your communication and give it a good shot before you do that.